Hello. Hello. I can hear some.
Hello,
Hello.
do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you,
Oh,
Pasha.
yeah,
How are you doing?
how it works. I'm fine.
And what did you have to do to make it work?
I need to allow my microphone for this.
What do you? You had to allow your microphone. All right,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah,
to
because
enable.
without it doesn't work.
Okay. All
This is
right.
my first experience with this platform.
Yeah. Yeah. Really?
Yes,
Well, it's
I
my. Uh-huh.
I only today set it.
Really?
Yes,
And so, what's happening in the group, huh? What's happening in the group? Uh, they said it's not working or what?
excuse me.
What happened in the group? I'm looking. You can turn on your camera. You can turn on your camera.
Nah, no, my camera has a sticker because I think
Why?
government tracked me.
You're hilarious. You are hilarious. Well, you can turn it on. Well, it's just, come on, man. You can take it off. You can take it off for the class, can't you?
Stop, Andy, stop. Hello?
Hello, I can hear
Oh,
you. Can you
yeah,
hear me?
yes. Sometimes setting of my sound map doesn't work good, and it's a switch on my my dynamic, my not my headphones in my
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
dynamic discrete
Your
discrete sound.
speakers, right? Okay. Well, anyway, uh, I guess today it's just me and you. I see Kanikova Ekaterina.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah.
oh, hello.
Do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Uh-huh.
How is it happening? Good?
Sorry, the sound is not so good. 1 second, please. Say something, please.
Hello.
Hey.
Good. All right, that's better. So you can hear me, can you? Yes, you can, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I see
Good. Good, perfect.
and
All
hear you.
right. All right. Well, I know that Pasha is not advanced. But what about you? What group do you study in?
So the sound is not clear. What have you asked, please? I'm
So,
sorry.
okay, well, you know what? Just let it go. We'll just continue. All right. Ooh, and again.
Mm-hmm.
Better now? Can you hear me now? Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
You can
Yeah,
see my screen.
yeah.
What do you mean? You can see my picture or you can see my screen?
You talked about vocabulary?
Yes.
Yes.
You could see it?
Please wait while present loads their screen.
Can you see it now?
No.
No. We saw it just for a second. Oh, we see
You
it.
can see it now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Hmm, this is cool.
Vocabulary page.
Yeah, vocabulary page. All right. Well, there is honestly a lot of vocabulary here and some explanations to them. We're going to try to see how much we can cover for today. All right. We're going to try to see how much we can cover for today. Today we're talking about jobs. All right. We're talking about jobs. We're talking about work and everything. Okay. So let's start from the list. So ladies first, Katerina. So what do you do?
What I'm doing
No, what do
now?
you do? No, what do you do? I'm an
So
English
it's
teacher, and what about you?
uh, the sound is bad. So your speech is not clear for me.
All right.
Um,
So I'll try to say slowly again. So what do you do?
okay, what I do now, or in my life, or
Yeah, yeah. What do you do in your life? What you do? What is your work?
so primarily I work, and like ordinary person, I just do some my home stuff and meet my friends and do my hobbies and so on and so on, and travel and get to
So
know
okay,
something new.
all right, okay. So I meant like for a living. What's your profession?
My profession is I'm a web designer. So I create user interfaces, for example, websites or mobile
Okay,
application. I draw it.
pretty talented, huh? Okay. And what about you, Pavel?
I start my new job like a tester, and now,
Oh,
now I was working all day, and after that I just switch on this platform, and now I am on the course.
all right. Sorry, not Corona. Believe me, not Corona.
It doesn't
Uh,
matter.
I'm behind the camera, all right? That's right. Okay, I'll just get some water. But I can still hear you guys. So, we have the first word. The first word is who would like to read the first word?
Identifiable. Complicated to pronounce.
Complicated word, right? So let's break it
Uh-huh.
down. Let's break it down. What do you say? All right, let's break it down. The word here is from the word fatigue, and fatigue means tired or tiredness. All right. So if you feel fatigue or fatigued, you feel tired. And well, defatigable is an adjective, um, and indefatigable actually means a person who can continue tirelessly. Indefatigable is a person. So the stress piece is on the fatigable. Indefatigable is a person that can continue tirelessly continue or do some work. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right. So, well, the definition here says showing sustained enthusiasm without unflagging vitality. Okay, but I explained it in a much simpler way. They can do some work tirelessly and always look enthusiastic. All right. A moonlighter is who? Or from the context here, guys.
Hmm.
The person,
What was
Hello.
what was the
Second. So
question?
the second word. A
yes,
moonlighter.
moonlighter.
All
Moonlighter.
right. So we can see the definition. Yes, can we? Can we see the definition of a moonlighter?
A person who holds a second job.
Okay, very good. And any moonlighters amongst the both of you?
I'm not.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I'm not moonlighter. I have just one job.
All
I
right.
was moonlighter.
Really?
Yes.
And
Sometimes, sometimes I need extra money. I should work extra for this.
all right. Okay. And what do you think are the advantages of a moonlighter? What are the advantages of a moonlighter?
Yeah.
Hello. What are
Yes,
the
yes, I'm
advantages?
here.
Uh-huh. What are the advantages of a moonlighter?
I don't know. I know a lot of disadvantage.
You
The
know,
possibility
well,
to earn extra money.
exactly, right? While people are wasting away sleeping, you're making some extra bucks. Okay. And but what then are the disadvantages, you say, Pasha?
Because sometimes moonlighter people who has not a very qualified job, and they need a lot of more money, and they should work extra on
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah. They
And
need to do
sometimes this
extra
is
work.
very sometimes when you are moonlighter, you have enough hard job, and
Okay.
you don't have enough time to sleep.
Yeah, true. That's very true. Okay. But at the same time, what qualities do you think a moonlighter has to have? What qualities?
Endurance, I guess.
Endurance. All right. So the word is
Endurance.
Endurance,
Uh-huh.
endurance,
yes.
of course. Okay. And I suppose they also have to be indefatigable, right? They also definitely have to be indefatigable.
Mm-hmm.
Indefatigable.
Yes.
All right. They also have to be exactly. Okay. Indefatigable. All right. And then the next one we have is the part timer. So who is that?
It's not full, not full. How can we call it? Not full stack
Full
worker.
time, full time.
Okay, not full time.
Not full
So
time.
not
Yeah.
not full working hours.
Uh-huh.
Yes. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. And why might somebody or people want to work part time?
Maybe somebody work in couple with education process or some other actions. For example, when you must
Mm-hmm.
do several things at,
Okay.
at the same time.
Exactly, right? When you work and study. Exactly. Okay. Very good. And blackleg?
During this
Blackleg.
Is
time.
during a strike. What does it mean during a strike?
When riot
Mhm.
riot in the city and some job stops and
Yes.
you work. You want to you made profit when other people don't work because they want to improve his
Ah,
rights, for example.
Okay. So, like, you're a traitor to people who work, that's right. While they're trying to get some rights and get some things done for them, you are
uh-huh.
sitting at work working, right? They call
Yeah.
you a black leg. All right, very good. And sorry. And then we have a drudgery, right? We have the next word, drudgery. Uh, what is that? What do you think?
This is my job now. I
Really?
Yes, because I have a lot of routine work and I must do it again and again.
Killing you, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
mine too, in a certain extent. I think every kind of job is some kind of dro- drudgery.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah,
drudgery. Uh-huh.
drudgery. Because it is impossible to have a job without any, repetitive actions. And yeah.
But I said about really routine work. I not said about when you, for example, do the same thing every day.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, you understand me.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So and then a dog's body. Who's a dog? What is that?
Mm. So it's
So
a
this is the,
very
uh-huh.
no.
In your own words. In your own
Uh,
words. Uh-huh.
um, so it's some kind
Okay.
of workers that are ambitious about I don't know, very complicated work, and they are brave to fulfill the work that others don't want to do.
Or maybe this is junior workers who should do the worst work because
Exactly, right?
they start his career.
For example, all right, they just like newbies, we call them, right?
Yes,
Newbies.
yes, newbies.
Number 7, fireball.
What is indefatigable? We knew
The
it.
first word.
We know it.
Exactly.
Yes,
Good.
yes.
How we pronounce that one more time?
Indefatigable. Indefatigable.
Indefatigable.
Okay. All right. So a fireball here is someone who is super, like he is the fuel of the whole company, right? The fuel of the team and everything. All right. Okay. And then number 8,
Work off.
to work off.
How can we translate cause to go away? Cause to go away.
Something that makes you. No, I think there's a problem there. Don't worry about it. Please skip number 8. All right. Skip number 8, please. Payroll department. All right. The department that determines the amount of wage or salary due to given a certain employee is actually a payroll department. Okay. All right. And then pension. We understand pension off. I think we can figure that out. Compassionate leave. So we have maternity leave. That's the usual one you find, right? And then we also have paternity leaves. But the one you don't find that very regularly is a compassionate leave. Well, who can put it in 2 words? What is this leave for?
When you leave work, for example, because of health reasons or something like this.
Close. But compassionate is when. Pasha, you want to try?
I listen to you.
All right. So compassionate leave is when a person in your family has died, and then you get to go home and bury the person. Good. That's compassionate leave. Okay. Very good. And then the next one we have is well, we have a top out, gopher, gopher, and then we have so it sounds like the word go for, right? Go for. Hey, can you go for that? Can you go for that? Go for that. I could go for, right? Okay. And then compensations. Compensations are amends for services, for example. So someone comes to your house to fix the pipe and then he breaks the toilet. He should compensate you, right? Sort of, right? Stuff like that. Okay.
Yes.
And then we have a public service. We have a calling. All right, a calling. We're talking about the negative here. We're talking about the a calling. We're talking about not negative. The word is intrinsic. All right, something which like when you say that this is my calling, it means sort of my purpose in life, right? Okay, and then predisposed, made susceptible. So something can predispose you, something can put you in harm's way, make you less, gives you less resistance towards a certain thing, right? Okay, like for example, this coronavirus has predisposed us to a lot of people losing their jobs, right? Yes. Okay, I feel like I'm talking too much. I feel like I'm just talking too much. Okay. Yeah, really, I feel like I'm talking too much. All right, let's try to see. Let's try to do a little something. Well, since it's just both of us, um, uh, let's do this. Just take a look. This is the quiz. This is the quiz. This is the quiz. This is the quiz. Man, like this thing. Okay. All right. A laborer. A laborer. Someone who works with their hands. But what kind of person do you think gets paid more? Someone who works with their brains or someone who works with their hands? Guys, what kind of person do you think gets paid more? Someone who works with their brain or someone who works with their hands?
Who works by brain?
Of course, because well, that's not just power. You have to think about stuff what you're doing. All right. The last three words: employment, occupational, and tributary. Let's skip those, please. So, why do we work, guys? Why do we work?
Because we want to eat.
Because you want to eat. Okay. Why else? Huh? What else, Pasha? You wanna add something? Why do we work?
Because I need money. I want to traveling. I want to buy some perfect things, and
Okay.
I need money. This is the
Of
main
course,
reason.
everybody needs money, right? Yes. Okay. And all right. Because we're talking about the same thing with the old group, right? We're talking about the same thing with the old group about who should bring home the bacon in the family. All right. So, what is it? What do you think it means to bring home the bacon from the idioms about work? Hmm? Who do you think should bring home the bacon in a family? What does that mean to bring home the
Father.
bacon?
Is it like
Father.
maybe it's the main person who like contribute to the family, like the money. Yeah. That
Should be the father, right?
like
Yes.
the person who feed the family, maybe.
So we call them
primarily.
we call them a breadwinner, right? Breadwinner. Okay, breadwinner. Okay, all right. So we have some more expressions to go on that page, right? So if you go, oh, you can see my page, right? Page 3, yes.
Yeah.
We have some more expressions that have to do with money. All right. He felt it was his responsibility to bring home the bacon, to balance the books here, to balance the books, to make sure that the amount of money you spend is not more than the amount of money you make. Is that possible? Can you spend more than you make? Huh?
You
Can
ask,
you
is
actually,
it possible?
yes, to spend more than you make?
To spend more than we have?
No. Is it a good idea to spend more than you have?
No. Mostly not, but it depends on situation. There are some emergency situations in our life when we have to spend more than we have, and in this case we get some credit in bank, for example. But we should try to spend the money that we have. It's a rule. We shouldn't spend more than we have.
Okay. And so how is that possible? How can you spend more than you have? If you don't have it, you can't spend it. You can't waste it. Pasha, you want to try that?
We just should count and maybe make some plan and have some discipline. And the most important thing, just discipline, self-discipline.
True. Because sometimes you go and you buy stuff on discount or you buy something on credit,
And
then you have
sometimes
to sort of
sometimes you should cut your ambitions and maybe save money for future, and after that you can buy something better than you can buy now, for example.
And weigh just options and make a decision what is more important now.
Yes. You can think about future and you can do better thing now because if you think about future you would save your money and maybe it help you in the future.
All right. Okay. Yeah. But okay. All right. And we've got a ballpark figure. All right, a ballpark figure. It's a general financial figure. We've got a. You guys can see this. Right? Don't worry, I'll send some of them to you later. You can actually take a longer look. I'm just highlighting the main ones. All right. Okay. And then you've also got a cash cow. A cash cow. This is another popular expression. So a cash cow, usually for a company, is that thing, that one product that actually brings in the most money, right? Okay. Like with Apple, for example, you can see that smartphones are their cash cows. All right. Very good. Chief cook and bottle washer. All right. Next page, please. We have Big Cheese. I think this one you can understand as the most important person in a certain group of people. And to crack the whip. This to make someone work harder by threatening them. In your profession, do your bosses ever crack the whip with you?
What about me? To crack the whip. We talk about expression to crack the whip, yeah?
Yes.
Or
yes, in your company. Does your boss ever crack the whip on you?
No. Fortunately, I have an extremely soft and I don't know understandable boss, but extremely clever. So, and we have good relationships, and we just rely on each other, and we don't need to crack the whip because everybody уверен,
Everybody is sure.
Everybody
is sure.
Everybody is sure that each member of the company works good, and there is no need to crack the whip.
All right. There is no need to crack the whip in your company. Good. Good. All right. So, a golden handshake, to be fired, a dead-end job. All right. So, have you ever worked a dead-end job? In your whole experience of being employed and employing people, have you ever worked a dead-end job? Let's start with Pasha.
Yes, I did end my previous job, because I have no chance of promotion, and I stuck in one place, and I couldn't get new skills and new professional way, for example.
Okay, and that is really a bad thing, isn't it? Okay, and what about you? Ever had a situation like that where you got stuck in a dead end job?
Yes. So I left my previous job.
Okay.
Exactly because of this reason, because I was stuck and I just wanted something else and the space for improvement, and I didn't have any space for improvement, so I left it.
Good. All right. And Very good. Very good. Very good. Any words of interest on that page? On page 4, any other words of interest there? No?
Crack the whip.
We've talked about it, right? We've talked about that one, to crack the whip. Well, to threaten you, right? When your boss threatens you.
Yes.
Okay. So, I've never worked as a programmer, but I suppose both of you are. So, you web designer and software tester. All right. So, do you guys ever have to sort of sweat blood at work? I mean, like to work your finger to the bone sort of situation. Work very hard. Well, we all have different understandings of very hard. But in your perspective spheres, what would you call that? Working very hard. Do you now work very hard, and when might you work very hard?
The question is not quite clear because my
Okay,
sound is not so
w-
good. So I heard
okay,
about working hard and
yeah. So would you say you work hard?
uh, uh, yes, I would, but not always because but I truly try to work hard because it's important and it is my I should be honest with the boss that pay me money and I should work hard and not only for him but for myself as well. But there are different situations in life occurred that don't allow me to focus on my job at some days. So sometimes I really disconnected with my job sometimes, but I think it happens with every person. But in
Okay.
general, everybody should work hard because it improves us. It's very necessary.
All right. Okay. So, good. So, we're going to talk a little about strange jobs, but before we get into the whole talking about strange jobs, before we read the text, actually, what's the strangest jobs you guys have ever heard?
I've heard about people that should in North Pole is Северный полюс.
In the North,
Pole.
North Pole, North Pole.
In North Pole, they should help the penguins to stand up when they padded.
When they
How
Fall
can-
down.
when
Fall
they
down.
fall down. Yeah. This is a special job to help penguins to stay straight and help them when they fall down.
Really?
It's a cute job, but also strange.
It's a super sweet job, eh?
Yeah.
Super sweet job. But wait, you don't have penguins in the North Pole, actually. You have penguins in the South Pole. All right.
Oh, yeah.
In the North
Yeah.
Pole, you have Russians
Uh-huh.
and polar bears. All right. All right. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at some really strange jobs. All right. Let's take a look at some really strange jobs. The first job we have is a pet food tester. A pet fooder tester.
Is it people who tested food? Or
Well, I suppose that's exactly what it is.
so strange.
Okay.
But when I was child, I think I was a pet food tester.
Well, I suppose that's you in the picture, isn't it? Okay. All right. And the person actually has some job requirements. You actually need a background in food sciences as an essential requirement. Okay. Uh, all right. So, well, some people really do that for a living and test pet food on a daily basis. Of course, the reality of the situation is less like a student there is likely to grind. It's a daily grind to improve the texture, taste, and nutritional value of the food we give to our pride and joys. Well, I can see why this can become a profession. Because some people actually love their pets as themselves, really do. Some people actually really love their pets as themselves, and automatically they are very pedantic or scrupulous about what they feed their animals, right? Because I've got a little doggy, and sometimes when I see its food, it stinks. I don't know why people eat that, but anyway, if someone would ever eat that. The job is also described as a food technologist, which is a polite way to describe chewing dog food. It's more advanced than that, though, as the food has to appeal to the owner as well as to the pet. See what I said? Has to appeal to both the owner and the pet. Anybody here has a pet?
Yeah.
Yes, I have a
And
cat.
what do you have? You have a cat.
Yeah.
I'm Pasha. What do you have?
But
I have a cat, yes, too.
Really? Okay.
But
But
maybe not me. My brother who lives with me, he has a cat, and I have a cat too.
okay, okay. And how pedantic are you about the quality of the food you buy for your cat?
mm,
I don't think about it.
Okay. So how do you buy his food then?
I just have bought some packet whiskas or one kind of dry pet food. I
Uh-huh.
don't know how it's name called,
Okay. So
but
you just
I just track how my cat behave after that, and if she eats it, it's
uh-huh.
very good. But if they don't eat, I have never bought it again.
All right. Okay. And what about you, Elizabeth?
uh,
Екатерина.
Sorry,
ah,
Ekaterina.
um, we talk about food that we.
Cat food. Yes. How do
So,
you choose cat food?
so we. It's simple. We just feed with food that one day our vet recommended us,
Okay.
special food for healthy life of our pets. And since then we have been feeding it with just one special kind of food. Just recommendation
From
of
okay.
that. Yeah.
And have you ever sort of like smelled that food or tasted it?
Yeah, it smells awful as for me.
Awful is
Just,
an understatement. I've got a dog, and sometimes I give him some food, and when I smell his food, Jesus Christ, I want to puke. It's terrible. I don't know how they enjoy it. And then the next one is what we call a fake what?
Mourner.
Mourner, a faker mourner. Uh, who would like to read
oh,
that, please? So who would like to read that one aloud, please? Someone? Okay, I'll read. Don't worry. Some people are, let's face it, massively unpopular. Unpopular, they don't have any friends. So instead of simply sliding them into the ground quietly, some well meaning relatives try to pack out funerals with suitable, sorrowful looking professional mourners for fees of up to £50 an hour. Can you believe that? You have to be so unpopular that nobody wants to come and see you go into the ground. The idea became popular in China and the Middle East. Yes, many of those wailing women in the streets, documented by earnest TV news presenters, are actually hired to scream their lungs out. Now it has spread to the UK, and agencies are springing up around the country. Mourners are briefed on the deceased's life, but crying is not part of the package. Crying is not part of the package.
so
All right.
haven't catched the idea clearly. This kind of people are invited to funerals
funeral.
and and they just cry and make some atmosphere or what?
Well, sort of. That's it. Yeah, that's sort of it.
And they behave like a friends.
Yeah, they
For
behave like if they know this person, like they're friends. Yeah, but actually they don't know this guy from Adam and Eve.
Oh, it's so strange.
It's so strange
Well,
for our culture because we have never understand it. But for example, for China or maybe Japanese people, it's really ordinary because they invite people for uh, wedding, fake 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 friends.
are you serious?
Yes, I really know that Chinese people, if you don't have a lot of friends, uh, you hire the special people who went to your wedding, and they pretend that they are your friend.
Cool, cool. All right.
But
And
birthday is okay, but funeral is
that's
you just
weird, right?
don't know about these people because you're
But your neighbors,
dead.
but your neighbors, but the neighbors really see how a lot of friends you have, and you are so maybe famous people in the neighborhood.
Who cares? You're dead. You're dead. You really don't care.
Yes,
Anyway,
really,
a legal bank robber. Before we read about this one, what do you guys think? Who is this? What is this about?
like a legal hacker.
Okay, and who are those and what do they do?
They checked the security system of bank.
Uh-huh. And they check them for what?
That other robbers can't rob this bank, for example.
Okay. Yeah. True. True. All right, let's read and find out. Let's fancy robbing a bank without the associated risk of prison and an uncomfortable time in the shower, in jail. Well, you could be a legal bank robber or penetration tester as they're known in the trade. The purpose of the role is to test the levels of security in place. In the olden days, the job used to be straightforward, literally breaking into the bank. Now there are still fake robbers, but penetration testing has extended to computer hacking, identity theft, pho- phoning the operators and trying to trick them out of customer details, and even impersonating a police officer to plant surveilling equipment in the vaults, dude. It sounds like a riot and a job that is suited for former secret agents. Inevitably, most people prefer to work in the shadows, but this American penetration tester went public a while ago. So, what do you think?
It might be a quite important job, I think. So at least it doesn't sound so strange like previous kind of job. But this kind of job is quite important, and it may in future like save bank by this testing.
All right. And what do you think, Pavel? This kind of job.
I think this is very important job because they make our world more safety,
More safe.
more safe. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And it's a good training for special services
True. I think that's
who
true.
who track, for example, Бандитов, как это?
Bandits.
Bandits, yes.
Good. All right. Then the next one we have is a teddy bear surgeon. A teddy bear surgeon. So this is not a bear. This is a teddy bear. A teddy bear. What is a teddy bear?
Just a toy.
Soft toy.
Teddy bear surgeon. What do you think they do?
This is really weird work because everyone can buy new teddy for his children.
Okay. All right. Well, but
Oh,
this is a teddy bear, not a real bear, actually, right? It's that kind of bear.
Toy, yeah.
Yes, a toy. All right. Every major beer outlet has a technician whose job is to sew arms, legs, and eyes back on injured teddy bears. Uh, Crazy. There are a number of independent teddy bear hospitals out there too. Essential skills are the ability to sew and the patience to deal with the kind of people who will take a teddy bear to the hospital. Oh my God, this is crazy. Uh, but anyway, all right. Cool job, no? At least not creepy, yes? But
Yeah.
okay, snake milker. This one has a little ambiguity to it. Snake milker. What is that?
I don't know.
Okay. What
I
does it
have
mean
no
to
idea.
what does it mean to milk something? I hope it's a different meaning. All right, let's check it out. So this isn't such big business in the UK, where the limited snake milking requirements are generally met by the zoo or reptile specialists that take care of them. In some countries, though, venom is in big demand, and there are specialist milkers who risk what? They risk life and limb on a daily basis. What are they looking for? Snake venom. And why do they need it? Because it's required to make anti-venom. And the best milkers pride themselves in capturing the snakes by hand and minimize stress. Jim Harrison milks up to 1,000 snakes a week at the Kentucky Zoo in the US and has been seriously bitten just 8 times in his 50-year handling career. An important job? Ladies, gentlemen, what do you think?
I'm trying to understand the idea. So some kind of snacks. What?
Okay, so I think it's important. Why? Because this kind of people do what? They
Just
get out
catch
venom,
some snacks.
catch snakes, and well, they sort of take some venom from the snake, and
Uh-huh.
with the help of this venom, they can make anti venoms. Yes, because if you've ever gotten bitten by a snake or by a venomous creature, you know that it's not fun. Some snakes are very dangerous, and they can literally kill you in minutes. And if you never have anti venom, you are severely, well, screwed. But if you have anti venom, then it can save your life. So these guys are like paramedics are doing some life saving work. But all right. A water slide tester. I think this one's pretty much understandable. Yes?
Oh yeah.
All right. That's a cool job too. Super cool job too. All right. And the next one we have is a
Oh,
professional
yeah.
sleeper. But I see some really beautiful figures here for the water slide tester. Sebastian Smith is now first choice water slide tester in residence, taking over from Tommy Smith, who's kind of inexplicably left the dream job after 4 years traveling the world and giving his verdict on Splash World Slide. Unsurprisingly, there were more than 2,000 applicants for the job, and Leeds University student Smith had to take part in a slide-off to win the job. Um, uh, at 2,000 euros a year, 20,000 euros a year, it isn't the best paid position in the world. But then Smith more or less enjoys a permanent holiday while he tests the adrenaline rush and fast factors of water slides from Turkey to Barbados. He gets to travel. So what pluses do you think he has so far? I think traveling is one plus, yes. What other ones? Can you see any other pluses in this job?
Oh,
He has
it's
a lot of
important job.
important job.
Important, of course, because it's
Come on.
it is
No.
your safety again. It's your safety. He as well taste the system, and in order to prevent some situations and that may occur while you slide or
Sliding,
how
right?
can we
Yeah,
you
sliding.
ride, yeah.
So while you were
When you
sliding, right?
slide,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I guess so. I guess so. It's an important job. But do you guys like water slides?
Yes, I like, but I think I can't be like this man because at once when I was in our aqua park
Uh-huh.
and after 2 hours, I think I vomited because it's so hard when you постоянно
Always? When you always?
when you always use this tube again and again and again, and after that you feel bad.
Really?
No, I feel bad. I feel bad.
Okay. All right. Okay. I see the advantage. I see why we need this job. Yes. You don't want to go down a slide and break your neck. Well, yeah, you're gonna sue somebody, right? But how about they pay some guy some change, some chicken change, and let him do all the work? Okay. All right. And a professional sleeper. What do you think this guy does?
It's not so important work.
Why is that? What do you think?
Such important work. Because I think all people can check a lot of pillows or mattress. I don't know. How is mattress?
Mattress.
Mattress or mattress.
Mattress. Uh-huh.
Mattress. It's ordinary
Okay.
station.
And what do you think, Ekaterina? Do you agree with that? That this is not a very
So,
important job?
professional sleep slow. So I don't know what the context of this job that's mentioned in this case, but today I've discussed with my friend that she read the book about sleeping and about importance of sleeping, and we must discover this process, because when a person sleeps bad, it may cause different diseases like cancer as well. So it is important to explore, to learn this sleeping process, and to get to know what can happen and what is happening while we are sleeping. So it's important if somebody is a professional sleeper, and scientists of the world can explore this process using this kind of person.
Of course, if it's
and then translate this knowledge to us.
Yes, I agree if we said about process, but if we said about checking pillow and mattress, not important.
Yeah, it depends.
Because I don't read this text, and this is only my thoughts about professionals.
Let's read the text and find out. All right. So it has to be said that most medical tests aren't this easy, and others have been known to come up with pretty severe side effects. So this test run by NASA in the USA seemed like one of the earliest paydays going. The American Space Agency wanted to examine the effects of lying still for 70 days, which is the theoretical time it would take to transport people en masse to other worlds. So they paid willing volunteers $18,000 or £12,000 to do literally nothing. NASA went on their own order. A hotel in Finland advertised for a professional sleeper to test their rooms. Both jobs sound ideal jobs for the person we interviewed here, who, when asked what his ideal job would be, he said, bed tester. So yeah, they go around sleeping, testing beds. But I think the NASA one is important, no?
Yeah. Yeah, it's important.
It's very important for NASA because people want to go Mars or Moon and no Mars or Venus, and they must sleep a long time.
All right.
Do you understand?
Okay. Yes, I do. For example, so and from the text, how long do people going to other planets, for example, have to sleep? For 17, from the text, 70 days, right? That is crazy. During this quarantine period, I realized when I if I oversleep one day, the next day I have problems sleeping. So sleeping for 70 days, that's forever. All right. And then the next one we have a warden of the swans. A warden of the swans. Swans is this big bird that come to Belarus in winter or spring, I suppose. So, any ideas what that one is?
Just a person who take care of swans, something like this, something not so interesting, or
I think they take care of swans.
obvious.
I think they take care of swans, but let's find out. What do you say? Let's find out, right? So the surreal job belongs to Christopher Perrins, an emeritus fellow at Waltham College, Oxford, which means it's part-time. Perrins conducts an unusual census of the swans and the Thames. Perrins, technically, the Queen owns them all, although she only exercises her right of possession around Windsor. So it's important that they know how many they are. It's important to someone that they know how many they are, how many swans there are. If you think it is antiquated, that it's an antiquated post, that doesn't mean anything anymore. You're wrong. It was only created in 1993 when the keeper of the swans job was deemed too demanding and split into two roles. There is a master of swans now, whose job is literally to mark swans, a marker of swans. He marks the swans, and then another person counts the swans. Two jobs. I don't see how we. What is that? Pavel, are you alright?
There was some noise.
I can still hear it. Pavel, are you alright?
Something wrong with Pavel.
Yes, something wrong. Pavel?
Oh, yeah. I have some trouble with my phone. What question?
You sound like you are in a firework. Pavel?
Yeah, I'm here, but I don't understand the question.
No, I said you sound like you are in a firework. Are you all right?
One second, please. Yes, I'm all right.
Okay. Can you hear us, Pavel? Pavel?
Is it good?
Hello? Could you just turn off your microphone and turn it on again, Pavel? Just turn off your microphone and turn it off on again.
Now better?
No. On the application, just turn it off. Just turn off it on the application and turn it on again.
Better?
Still not better. Still not better. No worries, but I can hear you. I can hear you. I can still hear you. That's good. All right. Pavel, can you hear me? All right. Katerina, can you hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so in addition to all what we have talked about, um, uh, so which of these jobs would you say was the most reasonable, and which one would you say was the most useful?
Um. So I forgotten the professions. So something were something was in the beginning, something important,
Uh-huh.
but I don't. Can you please
So let's see again.
remind
We
me?
have a zombie. We have a swan, a a, a, a warden of swans.
Sleeper. Fashion sleeper.
We have a sleeper, water slide tester, a snake milker, a
Mm-hmm.
teddy bear surgeon, a professional bank robber, and fake mourner
So,
and pet food tester. So
I
from
think
that
that
list,
I can choose both. The two professions. The
uh-huh,
first is a pet food tester. It sounds
okay.
crazy, but I think we should care of our pets because they can't say something to us,
They
and we
can't say
should,
anything to us. Okay.
yeah, and we should try somehow to provide them a good quality of food.
Okay.
Maybe by this way. And the second one is a professional robber because it can prevent serious situations that can occur in future and to get ready for serious uh, преступления, commissions
For any
or
for any crimes, yes.
crimes. Yeah, but
Okay.
because it's very important in every sphere to be ready for emergency.
Okay. So yeah, I agree with that absolutely. I agree with that absolutely. All right, I agree with that absolutely. All right, then and which one would you say was the most useless? The most useless of all of these?
Um,
Which would you say was the most useless of all of these?
Most useless.
The most
Um,
useless.
uh-huh. Uh, People that attend funerals and cry.
Uh-huh.
Teddy
Maybe it's
surgeon.
maybe it's appropriate to other culture, but as
Okay.
for me, it's extremely strange, and it don't bring some don't bring any useful, I don't know, usefulness or
No useful
importance.
benefits, right? No
Yeah.
useful, no benefits. Absolutely none. All right. Okay. Pavel, do you agree with that?
I agree with that, and I was at one of the useless professional. This is Teddy surgery, maybe.
Really?
Yes, because everyone uh, can bought new Teddy because this is only soft toy.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that one too. Okay. Yeah, I absolutely agree with you guys. Okay, please. So the next page we have is a little grammar there. Um, uh, mhm. So the grammar here is discourse markers. And what are discourse markers? Well,
There are some
usually,
words. Huh?
uh-huh. Yeah, carry
There
on,
was a
please.
question or not?
What's the question?
No, I don't have question.
No, no, it was a question. I was asking a question. What are
Ah,
discourse markers?
discourse markers are some words that that just, for example, introduce our
Uh-huh.
speaking or compare something, or when we can express some consequence, or when we can when we so it's just diversify our speaking and just make the speech more rich. It helps us
Exactly.
to build more complicated structures.
All right. That's good. That's pretty good. Okay. So there are linkers. Okay. I think for today, that's what we're talking about. Okay. We have linkers that sort of help us to continue a certain thought, as you've said, right? Okay. We have and adverbial expressions that do the same thing. But for the linkers today, we are going to take a look at a few of them, right? Okay, we're going to take. Sorry for that. Yeah, I have a little
You
notification.
really have a dog.
Yes, I do. I'm sorry for that.
Oh,
He doesn't sort of understand when you need to shut up. Okay. Um. Uh, I've got some examples here, and I'll just explain the examples based on what I see. Can you guys see my screen? No? Can you see my screen? Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. So that's discourse markers. All right. Let's try to make it a little bigger so that you guys can see it. All right, perfect. So there we go. All right. These are discourse markers. All right. These are discourse markers. Okay. We've got some examples here. All right. So we have so as a result and therefore. Okay. These ones are
Me,
using what?
I see previous page.
Oh,
I don't
yes,
see
actually.
page with discourse markers. I see the previous.
Uh-huh.
Like me.
Uh-huh. Yes, that's interesting. It says my screen sharing is on, but what is it sharing? I don't have any idea
But I
anymore.
did a screenshot
Of what?
made. Made.
Uh, of these ones? Okay, anyway. Well, all right. I suppose that's it. We will just continue about jobs then, and then you can continue this one later. We'll improvise then. All right. So about jobs, back to jobs, back to jobs. Do you guys remember your first job ever? Your first job ever? Do you still have
Uh,
any memory of it?
uh, as for me, I remember it. I worked in a zoo.
No kidding.
Yeah, I'm not kidding. I was something about 13 years old, and
All right.
it was the summer, and we decided that this might be a good idea to earn some money, and
Okay.
we attended some special organization, like a organization for безработных, for
For the unemployed. For the
unemployed
unemployed.
people, yeah, and they suggested to us as teenagers to work in zoo and to help staff in the zoo to take care of animals and to clean up something. Yeah, that was my first job ever.
Cool bananas. And how long did you do that work?
Something about 2 days. It
What
wasn't.
happened?
I don't remember actually, but I remember that it wasn't very long
Okay.
experience.
And was that here in Minsk? Was that here in Minsk or in some other city?
I don't. I
So
haven't.
the zoo where you worked in, was it in Minsk or was it in some other city?
Yeah. It is in Minsk because
Wow.
I'm.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And what about you, Pasha?
My first job wasn't official. It was like all Belarusian boys. I was loader, and there I no, научился.
I learned how to.
I learned how to steal in work.
Really?
Yes, because we load some food, and after my work day, we always uh, took some food home from work. Yes, it's bad. But
All right.
I was a child, and they just didn't pay enough us, and we bring food from store.
You decided to compensate yourselves, right? That's what
Yes,
it's like.
this is like a compensation.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I
All
was
right.
about 14, maybe 15.
Okay. All right.
Belarusian business model.
All right. And then so well, this might be a how do you call it? An HR's question for you, but where do you see your professional career, professional growth in the next 5 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years professionally?
So it's so complicated question. As for me, I
Mm-hmm.
have just some dream,
Started.
but I don't know
Okay.
whether it's possible or not. But
Well, all we have is
I
dreams. All we have is
yeah,
dreams.
yeah. I actually I want to transfer to see from web design from this web culture
Uh-huh.
to art culture, for example, like history of art. I don't know whether it's possible to. I want to be like a cultural,
Mm-hmm.
historical, I don't know, profession, or how can we
Really?
call it in English? Like a искусствовед. So
Okay.
I connect it with culture somehow
Okay.
in present, but I connect
Uh-huh.
it with culture of present and of future. But I'm more fond of culture of past time. So
Interesting.
yeah, So I just want to work in some museum or something like this, or I don't know, maybe
Cool
it
bananas.
sounds boring, but I want to be connected with history of art, but I don't know how to realize this idea, but this is what I'm thinking about.
You can start volunteering in a gallery as a part-time job and
Mm-hmm.
see if you like it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, and see if you like it. Okay, that's a cool one. All right, and Pasha, what about you?
I don't know. I like wood, and I think maybe in the future I have a special workshop with wood things. I don't know.
Cool. You like to make stuff from wood, yes?
Yes, yes, I like.
Okay. And have you had any training to prior to this? Have you had any
I
training
I,
in this?
I have some experience in wood cut. Yes,
Okay, wood cutting, yes?
wood cutting. Yes, wood cutting, and I can do it. And I don't know. I think if this crisis haven't gone, I think in this year me and my friend maybe make some would make some business model, but now I think it can wait better hours.
For better days, right? Sort of, right?
Yes, yes, better days.
All right, that's a cool one. That's another cool one too. Okay. All right, I see the dream. I see the dream. That's good. Okay, that is pretty good. Pretty good. All right. And personally, well, okay, okay. All right. Anyway, guys, I suppose that's probably all we have for today. Um, uh, I'm going to send a little. I'm going to send the exercises we just did today. I'm going to send it to
Mm-hmm.
the group here. All right, so you guys can sort of take a look at it later.
Mm-hmm.
Called Nice Work. I'll just upload it to Google Drive and I'll send all of you a link. All right.
All right.
Upload it. Share. Okay, share it button. All right, so there you go. Privacy, can you open the link, please? Can you access that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it works.
Yes, it was.
Works? Awesome. There you
Yeah.
go. All right. So guys, have a good day, please. Stay safe. All right. And I suppose see you guys on Wednesday, yeah? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
ciao, ciao, bye bye. Have a good
Goodbye.
day.
Goodbye.
Have a
All
Goodbye.
right. See all of you. Bye bye.
good day.